85-degree sweltering heat, 95% humidity. 500 cars, 1,000 passes in 14 hours to find one ultimate champion. I'm Rich Christensen. This is Pink's All Out. Let's race, guys. Here we go.
This week on Pink's All Out. In the left lane, Brian Jellick's turbo-powered truck is granted a few extra seconds to build up boost.
That whole process was wrong.
Yeah.
It was wrong. To favor the diesel turbo, I don't care what it was, stage up, go, we ain't supposed to show no favoritism.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my opinion.
Why don't we bring that truck up and tell him to make a real pass?
No. Yeah, that's wrong.
We want that truck out of here.
Rich, come here. Come here. We're running that truck again. He should get to race him again.
You know how long you have to sit there and wait for that other truck to get ready?
Let's have a fair race. If we're running that truck again, he should get the opportunity to go.
Pink's All Out's never-ending quest to discover America's greatest grassroots drag racers has brought Rich and the team to Petersberg, Virginia, home to one of the best drag racing strips in the Southeast, Virginia Motorsports Park.
All right, good morning, racers. Good morning, Virginia. Good morning, hello. Welcome to Pink's All Out. We don't leave until someone has $10,000. Someone just asked me when I was walking up here, you got my check ready? And I go, hey, it's better than that. We got straight cash.
And on hand to ensure that thick stash of cash goes to the right racer is the Pink's All Out crew. Summer's already hitting Virginia hard. The temperature and humidity are both soaring above 90. So top fuel champ Clay Milliken heads out to see how the racers are coping with the heat.
What are you going to do to deal with this heat today?
Just try to stay cool, drink a lot of fluids. Biggest thing is make the car go fast.
Make the car go fast.
I can handle it, it's the car that's important.
While eagle-eyed scoring and timing rep Brian Bassone keeps watch on the races from the tower.
That's clean. Clean pass was not a jump.
Radio personality and fellow grassroots racer Willie B discovers a giant slayer in the pits.
You actually have to be a legitimate dragster in a door car. I love grassroots racers, guys.
While race car fabricator and pairings chief Ken Herring stokes a little sibling rivalry.
If it was final round, because one brother always cracks under pressure. Always. Look, everybody already points.
He's old.
They give me information so I can make a decision on how we're going to move forward in the competition.
And at Pink's All Out, moving forward means making more money. The racers who win a spot in the Wix Filters All Out 16 earn a prize package worth $550. Those who move on to the All Out 8 get to fold 5 Benjamin Franklins into their wallets. Those who endure to the All Out 4 earn an additional $750 cash. The 2 surviving finalists are each handed a solid grand, leaving only the final to determine which one racer amongst hundreds will plow out of Petersburg with $10,000 cash. Virginia, they say, is for lovers.
I'm a lover first and a racer.
And it's clear these Virginians save most of that love for their hot rods.
I like to think of as Ford country.
Chevy, all the way.
There's a lot of Mopars.
We got to import them in here, even the field out a bit, make them feel special.
And their hometown track.
We got a good track, one of the fastest tracks.
There's no better track around.
This is racing, hardcore fun. This is what it's all about.
But the one thing they have no love for is the nearly unbearable humidity.
In this weather like this, good gosh, it's cooking out there.
Yeah, other than the heat, everything's cool.
My sweat is sweating. It's miserable.
Nearly 500 hopefuls arrive. But the harsh weather doesn't change Rich's edict that the 10 grand goes to none other than the most focused, competitive, and determined racer. So he immediately sends each and every racer through an unforgiving thresher of 2 qualifying rounds. The first round tests the racer's reaction time against the mechanized Pro Tree, which flashes to green in less than 0.3 of a second.
We know how to cut lights and we know how to get down the track.
Round 2 ramps up the pressure.
Let's go, boys!
As racers face Rich's arm drop for the first time of the day.
It's just not like the 400 Pro tree, but I enjoy doing it.
These hardy racers fight through the blazing temperatures to bring the qualifying rounds to an end. And after the times are tabulated, the competition shapes up to be as intense as the bone-melting heat, resulting in a pair of dead-even 32-car fields.
Not 16 of you, not 32 of you, but 64 have a chance at $10,000. Right? To start it off, the first out of 64 cars. Car 145.
I can't believe it. I mean, this is a chance of a lifetime.
Car 319.
I got to get back 15 minutes and run it all out.
And car 247, you're in the show.
I couldn't believe I was the last number he called. This is just icing on the cake.
For the first time in Pink's All-Out history, 2 classes of cars will be battling to make the Wix Filters All-Out 16. 2 separate 32-car runoffs. The first class made up of the street-driven hot rod low 11-second cars, and the second packed with the muscle machines of the mid-10-second cars. And after the final race is run, Rich and the team will compare the side-by-side results. Only the winners from the class who scored the tightest spread will move on. Group 1, the low 11-second cars, line up in the staging lanes for the first of 2 32-car runoffs.
We've won a bunch of races, but Pink's All Out is it, buddy. This is it. Feeling good. Telling you, I'm pumped for this one.
Let's go racing.
I don't want to hear anything about too hot, too humid. I just want to see cars go fast down this track. You agree?
The first of the 2 32-car runoffs roars out of the gate with the low 11-second cars. But to move on to the Wix Filters All-Out 16, these racers have to do more than beat back the fella in the other lane. Their times have to be so narrow, the mid-10 class cars will have a tough job trying to squeeze through. It's the 10th race, and in the left lane, Brian Jellick moves his rarely seen diesel-powered, turbocharged 2000 F250 to the starting line.
Willie, ask what he wants.
I gotta have my new stuff.
Yeah, you want to back up and come in? All right.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
No. He needs to be able to boost on the foot brake and then roll it up. Just like any other turbo car.
Turbocharged hot rods require time for the driver to build the RPMs necessary to crank out race-winning horsepower from their engines. Right after a burnout, the driver should roll into the beams to light up the first set of staging lights, flatten the foot brake or set the trans brake, then mash the gas pedal until the RPMs reach their peak. Which is exactly what Brian Jellick is in the middle of doing when he's granted a few extra seconds to build the turbo-powered boost his F250 needs, while Jimmy Tuggle's '79 Mustang is left to tremor under its trans brake and chew through its own transmission.
No. Yeah, that's wrong.
Coming up,
Rich, come here.
Rich may have a mutiny on his hands.
That whole process was wrong.
crazy. Yeah.
It was wrong.
And later, the heat of the competition
Right lane jump.
No.
boils over. Pink's All Out is at Virginia Motorsports Park in Petersberg, Virginia. 2 separate classes of cars are racing to determine which one deserves to move on to the All-Out 16. The winning times from both classes will be tabulated, but only the set of 16 who scores the narrowest spread will get to move on. The other 16 will be sent back to their trailers. It's the 10th race of the 11-second car's 32-car runoff. And after Brian Jellick's 2000 turbocharged F250 spent several seconds boosting up, the trans brake in Jimmy Tuggle's '79 Mustang may have just given out.
What?
Yeah, I think it just hurt itself.
I can't even see him yet.
All right, he just screwed their whole class.
Yeah.
Yep.
It takes me about an average of like 8 to 10 seconds to spool the truck up and get it to go. I gotta have at least 15 pounds of boost before I go.
What do you got? Is he up on that brake that long though, or what?
What? This guy jumped.
I know he jumped. I'm just saying, did you get him held over there from doing all that crap over there for so long?
My car was heating up real bad. Trans brake wasn't starting to slip, wasn't hold, and it should have been disqualified, I think.
That whole process was wrong.
Yeah.
It was wrong. To favor the diesel turbo, I don't care what it was, stage up, go, we ain't supposed to show no favoritism.
That's what I'm saying.
That's my opinion.
The truck ran like a 50-second pass. That could have taken every single one of these cars out of the closeness that they need to be, from the first car to the slowest car. Why don't we bring that truck up and tell them to make a real pass?
I don't agree. The truck should be in the whole process.
Oh, but yeah, I know, but
Hey, you know what? That's what we're doing.
they have no chance of winning.
That's part of the deal. That's what we did for picking these two groups of 32. We want the best group. He's part of that group.
We want that truck out of here.
I'm with the Mustang.
Yes, sir.
Ran that truck. If y'all gonna do it fair,
I mean, he should get to run again. Rich, come here. Come here. We're running that truck again. He should get to race him again.
You know how long you had to sit there and wait for that other truck to get ready?
Yeah.
When everybody else is pulling up, ready to go.
Let's have a fair race. If we're running that truck again, he should get the opportunity to go.
That's fair. Put the truck in the car one more time. We'll do them at the very end.
The decision is made to rerun both vehicles, so as the rest of the cars in their group finish up, Jimmy and Brian move to the back of the staging lanes to sweat it out through the opposing group's entire runoff.
Here's the 32 that make up the 10-20 class. Let's see the burnout.
With so much at stake, the low 10-second cars flatten those pedals to the floor and throw caution to the hot and humid wind to make sure their spread is tight enough to defeat the other class.
Wow!
The last race is run, leaving the fate of the 11-second cars squarely on the shoulders of Brian Jellick and Jimmy Tuggle.
If I was in his position, I don't want to be rerunning.
I just hope he makes a good pass.
I'm not saying I want to give up my spot, but I do think it would be fair.
This time, Brian Jellick's 2000 F-250 is properly boosted and ready for some redemption, while Jimmy Tuggle's ready for some revenge. The rerun brings the first ever Pink's All-Out double 32-car runoff to an end. But was Jimmy Tuggle's time good enough to catapult his whole class to the All-Out 16?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Pink's All-Out history, two groups ran it off. One of your groups was separated by 0.284 seconds. The other group was separated from fastest to slowest by 0.327. Congratulations, the 11-second group.
All right, good. Well worth it. All the waiting, all the sweating.
Baby, we are in it. We are in the final 16. I thought we ran a tighter ship, but I guess we didn't. We won't even coming, and we going to the 16.
It's already been a contentious and controversial day. But after two brutal back-to-back 32-car runoffs, the 16 top contenders have been chosen.
Awesome. Never thought it would happen.
You feel like hugging some daggone body.
This is absolutely amazing. I had no idea. I was ready to start drinking.
I made it this far, so you never know what's going to happen, so just hoping for the best.
We started with 475 cars. We went to 64 cars. We went to 32 cars, and finally, we ended up with our Wix Filter 16. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. All right, listen. Congratulations on making the 16. You're gonna look in your box, you're gonna get a t-shirt and a decal and a hat, but more importantly, you can order $550 worth of Wix Filter products, all right? Now, go win that 500, that 750, that 1,000, and ultimately, you earn that championship, all right? Get to your cars, boys, and let's race.
The sun has set, but a stubborn heat sticks around. The blackened track is still baking at nearly 120 degrees. But the 16 remaining racers need to dive headfirst into that oven, ignore the sweat, and home in on Rich's arm drop to grab their spot in the All-Out 8 and $500 cash.
Willie, who do we got?
In the left lane, we have Jim. Jim's in an 80 Camaro, calls this car Crispy Critter because in 2005, this car burned to the ground.
Didn't know what to do with it, and it burnt totally, slam up, and we refurbished it.
We got Dane, he's running a Mustang, but it's stuffed full of small block Chevrolet.
Clear my head when I get in the burnout box to my burnout, pull up, stage it, and watch Rick's arms.
I had this feeling he was right there beside me, so I run it out. That's all I could do. I gave it all I had.
He just got me out on the arm drop. I couldn't catch him.
Willie, who do we got for our second race?
We have Danny in the 71 Screaming Demon. He bought it while he was in the Navy. Said he'd like to dedicate his wins to all the people in the armed services.
I missed a lot of drag races because I was serving my country, and I think I deserve it just as much as any of these other guys out here, so I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Doug in a 1984 Trans Am. Just a few days ago, him and his buddy bought the car, only raced it twice.
I thought I was going to load on a trailer and go home. I never thought I'd have the opportunity. It's amazing.
Here we go!
Felt good. So I left right on his arms and walked around the guy and kept going. And a little hot, but amazing feeling.
Wish I could have brought it for the VFW guys and all the veterans out there, but I was happy to be here.
Who do we got, Will?
In the left lane, we have Jimmy in a 1979 Mustang. He wanted nothing more to be behind the seat of this car tonight at Pink's All Out.
Now this is what I do for a hobby, and I just throw myself on retirement. That's what I'm doing.
Jimmy is going against Lorenz. This was his very first car. His dad gave it to him for graduation because he had a 6-cylinder in it and said it ran like a turtle in peanut butter.
I'm usually nervous until I get up to the burnout box, and then you kind of start getting into the groove and feeling more comfortable, and it's kind of like you're ready to get down to business.
Look at that left lane, separated by 2 100.
Basically in shock right now. I never expected to make it half this far. I just came out to have a good time, try to win some money.
I think I had him pretty much all the way to the very end. He squeezed by me.
All right, Rich, here we go. In this lane, Joe in a 1977 Valère Roadrunner. His wife actually owned the car. She needed a paint job on it. That's how they met. That car's responsible for their marriage.
Then she liked stuff like air conditioning and, all the power amenities, and so I ended up with this car.
He is going against Frank in a 1969 Chevelle. Says if he wins tonight, he's going to buy a couple things for his wife and start his kids' college fund.
Bought this car, turnkey. It's been a race car since 1979. Need a lot of work.
Joe is our quickest of the 16 in the left lane. Can Frank take him out? Here we go. Could he be the giant killer?
Coming up, 2 1980 Camaros get ready for a no-holds-barred, all-bow-tie battle. And later, one mistake may cost a racer everything.
It's a jump.
It was a jump.
It was a jump.
Definitely.
Pink's All Out is at Virginia Motorsports Park. It's the 4th race of the Wix Filters All Out 16, and Frank Swick Jr.'s 69 Chevelle is attempting to slay Joe Howell's giant of a 77 Roadrunner, the fastest of the 16.
Oh, he's a giant Pig Killer! That was the fastest car in the competition, and he's moving on!
Actually, I thought he got out on me. I started to run him down and then went by him about the 1,000-foot marker, but it was still pretty tight.
When I shifted into high gear, my car started missing so bad it felt like it was on a rev limiter. He picked me up at the big end. You know, stuff happens.
Willie, who do we got?
All right, the 1965 Coronet Perry Mark is behind the wheel. He bought the car 17 years ago, and it still had that paint on it.
I'm a down-to-earth guy. I'm 51 years old, been doing this for 30 years, and I have a beautiful pink and teal Dodge.
In this lane is a car that's nicknamed Penny. It looks like a penny. It's got 2 pennies epoxied on the carburetor.
I can't let the hype of the $10,000 and possibly winning get in my head. I just got to try to stay focused and just do my thing.
Oh, look at that left lane! Yeah! It's good, he's moving on.
Woo! I just watch his whole shoulders on up. When the hands go in the air, I see anything flinch, I'm gone.
It's kind of disheartening a little. You know, I like to have gone farther, but them's the breaks. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Unfortunately, I come up on the losing end this time.
Willie, keep this bad boy going. What do we got, my friend?
This is David in a 1975 Vega wagon. His nephew calls him 2 weeks ago, says, I got something for your birthday, and it was an entry to race tonight at Pink's All Out.
Biggest thing you have to do down here right now is concentrate on Rich. When them hands move, you got to be gone.
This is Matt in a 1988 Mustang. This is the lone 5-speed in the mix of our cars tonight. Stick shift car.
Pretty intense. Try to stay calm. Don't worry about it too much. Just think it's another race.
Look at that stick car, right leg! Boom! Clean pass, he's moving on, Will. You see him banging through those gears?
Yeah, I love the stick cars. As soon as I left, I knew. I looked over and he wasn't even there.
The boy looked like he had me about a fender off, and second gear change, he pulled away. I believe I just missed the arm drop, to be quite honest with you.
All right, here we go, Rich. 77 Camaro. JD bought this car while he was in the Navy at 17 years old. JD is 52 years old right now.
I got a good buddy of mine give me some good advice about Mr. Rich. Said, don't pay no attention to his hands. Watch them shoulders.
In this lane, a 1971 Chevelle. He's traveled 4 times to try to get into Pink's All Out. This is the first time he made the field.
It's been around a while. I don't race it a lot, a couple times a year, but you know, they come out with the Pink's All Out. That's what I'm all about. That was a good race. I saw the slightest twitch on him and I was gone. It is a lot of pressure, a lot of fun too.
I was having my mind on going down straight, so when I got to the end, I did look over to see, and there he was, boom.
For the final spot, Will, who do we have?
All right, in this lane, we have Steve, powering up a 1966 Chevy 2. He's owned the car about 7 years, bought the car in a bunch of pieces.
My dad was a race car driver for a long time. I guess this is all in memory of him.
In this lane, this is Delmas behind the wheel. Got us a 1988 Mustang. This is the first time he's made the field, ready to show you what he's got.
Me and my dad, my cousin, we've done a lot of work to it. We always do the work. I mean, he's got one, we got another one at home, and we're just a big Mustang family.
The final spot for the Pink's All Out 8. Here we go. Boom.
He's got him. Come on, man.
Coming up, one racer takes a flying leap right to the wall. And later, there's a fine line between a perfect tree.
He might have been perfect, Will.
And a disqualifying jump.
He jumped.
Play?
Jump.
Pink's All Out is at Virginia Motorsports Park. It's down to the last race of the Wix Filters All Out 16.
Oh.
And young Delmas Shiplet Jr. is racing seasoned vet Stephen Gear for the last spot in the All-Out 8.
He's got him.
Steve is moving on.
Hey, we just stuck it to the floor and it ran good. I like winning the 5 anyhow.
I think my nitrous had a little air in the line when it left. It kind of fell on his nose, but I just lost.
The intense grilling has left only 8 prime grassroots talent in the running.
All right, so right off the bat, let's pair the pair of Camaros together. Okay. Both of them are 80 models.
I'm gonna go with Lorenz. Why? Because he's been the most consistent guy all day.
We paired you against another 80 model Camaro.
Oh, interesting. Feeling pressure?
Yeah, I am feeling a little pressure.
So which Camaro is gonna take this?
This one here.
What do you know about the other Camaro?
Not a thing in the world.
Does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
All right, Jim, Lorenz, you're $500 richer. Lorenz, you are $500 richer. Now, Jim, you don't care who's next to you.
Doesn't make any difference.
All right, Lorenz has been the most consistent racer in the competition today. Lorenz, how can you be that consistent in your car?
I try to leave the line at the same RPM each time.
Shake hands, double time to your cars, and let's race.
I'll be back.
First time being at a national event, you know, nerves a little bit.
Fire them up.
It's a truly dead-even matchup. Jim Coakley's yellow and black 1980 Camaro against Lorenz Atkins' midnight blue 1980 Camaro cousin. Same make and model, but 2 very different cars under the controls of 2 equally deadly racers.
Here we go. Lorenz, it's clean. He's moving on.
Seemed a little tighter than the last one. I know it was closer at the finish line, but just trying to keep my nerves down.
He got me.
He got
Right at the end, I thought I was going to catch him, but I didn't.
Ken, Clay, and Willie B match up race 2 of the All-Out 8.
And the next pair we got a pair of Chevelle, 69 and a 71 model.
Chevelle shootout, I love that.
There's another Chevelle right on the parking lot that's pretty close to the same year model. That's not your buddy, is it?
No, actually, I don't know him.
That another Chevy Chevelle, close
Another
to the same
Chevelle,
year.
he leaves pretty hard, so
Yes, he does.
that'd be a good run.
Dan and Frank, congratulations. You've come a long way today. $500 apiece for your troubles. All right, not bad, right? All right, Frank, tell me what your strategy is to move on in this competition.
You're gonna hit your arm drop and hit my shifts and let the car do the rest.
Dan, any particular strategy?
Nah, just concentrate on what I gotta do and go in there and do it.
Shake hands, boys. Let's race.
I've been concentrating all day on trying to be consistent, and that's what I'm gonna go out there and do.
It's one race at a time. Stay in the zone. One at a time.
There you go.
Can't think ahead.
It's Chevy Chevelle Showdown. Dan Wagner's 650 horsepower 1971 model going fender to fender against Frank Swick Jr.'s 610 horsepower 69 Classic. Both Chevelles are out to shove the other off the track and seize their spot in the All-Out 4 and $750 cash.
Here we go.
Coming up, one racer's start may finish him.
He jumped.
No, he didn't.
And later, a hot lap final that really turns up the heat.
It's a must win for the left-hand lane.
Pink's All Out is at Virginia Motorsports Park, where the air is boiling from the 90-degree heat and the burning rubber of grassroots drag racing. It's race 2 of the All-Out 8, and in the left lane, Frank Swick Jr. loses control of his 69 Chevelle.
Right lane is moving on.
I saw the slightest twitch on him, and I was gone.
Bad judgment. I saved it, kept it off the wall. That was as close as I want to see concrete.
Race 3 of the All-Out 8 throws Doug Kistler's Greenhorn 84 Trans Am out to the wolves of 17-year vet Perry Mark and his 65 Coronet.
Come on, no
I'm going to take the multicolored Mopar.
No way.
I kind of called your car the Night Rider, but you have really, really good runs.
It's amazing me too.
Of all the cars I could have picked, we always pick us a winner at the beginning. Who do you think I picked? I hope you picked me.
I did.
You made a good bet.
So let me just tell you, the pressure is so on, you have no idea.
Now the pressure's on them. They got to beat me.
All right, Doug, Perry, here is your $500. Congratulations. Doug, strategy. Honest to God, what are you going to do to get to that finish line first?
Just get to those beams first and watch your arm.
Perry, any strategy? You know, you're going to be tough to beat. What do you think about doing right here, right now?
Winning. That's it.
That's good. Shake hands, boys. $750, a chance in the Pink's All-Out 4.
What's going on right now?
I'm good. I'm ready. Let's do this. I am ready.
I usually want to run a little hot. Is it going to be a problem later on?
Nah, it's probably going to push up some pretty heavy temperatures, but I think she'll hold it.
Fire them up, boys.
Perry Mark's stickered up 65 Coronet is hoping to school young Doug Kistler and his bad boy 84 Trans Am for the second to last spot in the All-Out 4 and $750 cash.
It might have been perfect.
Yeah, I thought that was good, Rich.
The left lane is moving on.
Anything on that pedestal moved, I was gone. Lady luck is on my side.
All right, man.
Man, did I get drilled on that tree.
You know what, man? He got you on the tree.
Yes, he did.
The last race of the All-Out 8 pits Matthew Kuhlman's 5-speed ferocity against Stephen Gear's cool and calm capability.
That's my guy right here, 66 Chevy 2. None of us picked you.
Yeah. But hey, you know what?
Sleeping's wrong.
You guys are sleeping.
If you win, hey, if you win, none of our feelings will be hurt, so good luck.
All
right?
I tell you, I don't know what it is, just how you drove the car, everything. You're my guy.
Well, you know, the car ran really good that time. I think it hooked up better than it has the entire weekend I've been here.
Matt and Steve, $500 richer, not a bad day at the office, right? Going for $750. Matt, your family's into racing. That's just your car. What's the story?
My brother, actually, he has the same car. He built it for me. We worked together.
All right, good. 21 years old, Steve. Sometimes that reaction time of those kids can be brutal. What are you going to do to counteract it? Years of experience, right?
I'm going to leave him sitting at the line.
Oh, man, he wants to send you home on the trailer. Is that a problem? Shake hands, boys, and let's race.
We'll show the old guy who can leave first.
Yep. It's all in the elbows.
It's all in the elbows?
That's
Is that where it's at?
You know, the last race was the first race this whole weekend I had any butterflies, but I'm not going to let that bother me.
It's a classic Pink's All-Out pairing. Young Matthew Kuhlman's quick-at-the-stick reflexes behind his '88 Mustang versus the time-tested experience of Stephen Gear and his '66 Chevy 2.
Here we go.
Come on!
The youngster, bam, 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 sticking that thing to death. Ouch.
How's that for reaction time, baby?
I thought I cut a good arm drop, but he just came out so hard. That Mustang left hard.
It's coming down to elbows. Clutch foot, we're good.
4 more cars are burned up by the competition, and the surviving 4 get to move on for one undeniable reason. They've been acing Rich's arm drop better than anyone the team has ever seen. But now, they're about to scorch the groove for their spot in the Pink's All-Out Final and $1,000 cash. Race 1 of the All-Out 4 brings young Doug Kistler and his '84 Trans Am up against another seasoned vet, Dan Wagner and his '71 Chevelle.
He better be on the ball, because this boy right here.
You hit his arm drop so
perfect. Dead on, dude. Dead on.
Awesome.
Look at you, man. You're like the underdog, the surprise of the crew.
Night Rider rolling on, baby.
Bring it
How
home
you
for
feel,
you.
man? Any pressure? You're getting to, I mean,
I
obviously
actually
you're
feel,
sweating a lot.
I'm sweating, that's the only thing. Other than that, I feel
You starting to
calm.
get a rhythm?
I feel it, yeah.
You just murdered the other Chevelle, so we stacked you against the Trans Am. Loaded a lot of cars on the trailer there.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm pumped, I'm ready to go.
Doug, 750. Full gas money home. Dan, 750. All right, Doug, you're this close. Temperature of the car.
190.
That's perfect. Dan?
Temperature car about 180.
Yep, you'll go all night. You make one tiny mistake, you're going home, and you have no chance at the $10,000. All right, gentlemen, not much more to say for a shot in the final. Shake hands, boys, and let's race.
Now it's time to now separate the men from the boys right now, so it's time to focus.
You've been sweating all day.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Living the moment, man. It's awesome.
It's the second real youth versus experience throwdown of the night. Doug Kistler's seemingly unbeatable 84 Trans Am taking on all of Dan Wagner's years of expertise behind the wheel of his 71 Chevelle for the first spot in the all-out final and $1,000 cash. Coming up, a start so close it warrants a second look.
Oh!
Make that a third.
We're gonna watch it again.
And later, the stick shift savant tangles with the consistency king.
Yeah! Can't believe this.
Pink's All Out is at Virginia Motorsports Park. It's down to the all-out 4. But for Doug Kistler, the race may be over at the start.
He jumped. Right lane jump.
It was a jump. Definitely.
Hang on.
Round after round, Doug Kistler has been pushing his launches right to the edge, but this time he may have just gone over.
I think that guy jumped.
Kenneth?
He jumped.
Clay?
Jump.
The right lane jumped, the left lane's moving on.
I didn't jump.
He went as soon as there was a slight movement in Rich's arms.
The minute I let my foot slip off that brake is when he moved.
Hey, Brian, you good with that?
It was close, but I see it was a jump up here.
How about I take a look at the tape and make sure? Yeah?
With the first spot in the final and a chance at $10,000 on the line, Rich decides that a brilliant starter like Doug Kistler deserves a second look.
Oh!
He's perfect.
We're gonna watch it again.
He pulled, he jumped.
No. No, he didn't.
It was.
I think he
good.
was dead on.
It was good.
I think he was dead on.
Just
I think that
relax.
was good.
Trade me. It's good. He's moving on. I moved. He moved.
Damn it!
I've never seen a lead like that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Bring on the hot lap.
That Mustang, I hate to say, is gonna put your boy out.
The second and final race of the All-Out 4 brings to head the best starters of the night. Either one will prove to be a worthy adversary for Doug Kistler in the All-Out final.
Your car is running so good, it's now the fastest car in the field.
Oh, that's a surprise.
But we're only talking a few hundreds.
Yeah.
Don't get too confident.
Okay.
Like a blink of an eye.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you
that
still
doesn't matter.
focused?
I'm working on it.
All right, Matt, they were talking about how the other guy was going to leave on you. You get up to the line, no pressure here, the youngster killed it.
It's all in the age.
All in the age.
Let him talk all he wants up there, but it's all in the arms.
This could be the race of the night for me. Lorenz, 750. Matt, 750. What are you feeling about taking on Mr. Consistency?
Do the same thing I did last time, treat him.
All right, Lorenz, what are you gonna do, pal?
Concentrate on you, not the person in the next
Let me
lane.
tell you something, boys. This is a race I want to see. Shake hands for a shot in the finals.
Matthew Kuhlman lines up his ferocious 5-speed 88 Mustang to leave the soft-spoken but swift at the start Lorenz Adkins and his 1980 Camaro with nothing to see but taillights.
Here we go!
The most consistent car is in the final.
still trying to let it sink in. I mean, hopefully it doesn't mess around with my nerves and reaction too much, but yeah, I'm kind of in shock.
Just got tree, that's all it was. As soon as we left, he already had me.
Nearly 500 racers soaked up a sweltering day of intense heat and blistering competition. 64 were chosen to race in 2 32-car runoffs. And in the end, the 11 second-class cars persevered and moved on to the all-out 16. Those 16 burned down to 8, then 4, and now only 2 remain. Both young, both quick, and in spite of the scorching heat rising off the track, both cool as can be behind the wheel. But now comes the ultimate test of their resolve and focus. The best 2 out of 3 Pinks All Out Hot Lap Final for $10,000 and the title of Virginia Motorsports Park champion.
This is what we wait for. Doug, here's your grand. Lorenz, here's your grand. You just earn money throughout the day. This is a hot lap competition. I know what you need to do. Is your car gonna be able to make a hot lap?
It's ready.
All right, Lorenz, can you hot lap?
Definitely.
Now this is it. Shake hands, racers, and let's race.
I just dedicate it to my wife Lisa and my family and my dad, my brother, and everybody that's helped me along the way. So.
At this point, it's you and it's this Trans Am that I've been calling Night Rider all night.
Thanks,
Just go have fun. It's what you've been doing.
I'm having fun.
All right, guys, here we go. First race. This is it.
Coming up, a Pinks All Out final that gets down to the wire. Pinks All Out is down to race 1 of the Virginia Motorsports Park Best of 3 Hot Lap Final. Doug Kistler's '84 Trans Am racing against Lorenz Adkins' 1980 Camaro.
The other guy definitely left better. Hopefully we'll get him on the next one.
Pennsylvania takes 1, and Mr. Consistency got treed.
Doug and Lorenz switch lanes for race 2.
It's a must win for the left-hand lane. Here we go. It is a 1-1 win.
He came off the line good.
Regardless what happens, I'm very proud of him.
Lorenz and Doug swap lanes again, knowing the $10,000 and Virginia Motorsports Park Championship has come down to this one last race.
Can't believe this.
We've been backyard racing since '91. I never thought we'd ever be here.
Doug, great job. Lorenz, great job when you take care of a little business. What a great day, what a great finish. Doug, what happened to your car? You just
shook again. I went for second, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Hit third, and it was already at the...
And Doug, would you agree that on that final pass, Lorenz beat you to the finish line and won the competition?
Yes, he did.
Then on behalf of myself, Speed, my guys, Lorenz, congratulations for a Pinks All-Out Championship and $10,000. All right? You were the steady class act of the day, so it is my great pleasure to award you the championship 2010 at Virginia Motorsports Park. Congratulations, my friend. Great job.
While hundreds of racers succumbed to the scorching competition, Lorenz Adkins barely broke a sweat. He claimed to be nervous, but showed no signs of it on the track. In a twist on the old saying, if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the drag strip. In Lorenz Adkins' case, he proved he could not only stand it, he could master it.
Dreams do come true.
I just won $10,000 on Pink's All Out at Virginia Motorsports Park.